Hello everyone. This presentation briefly discussed on the topic modularizing an application for concurrency. In these topics, we have to well aware about the first of all we have to discuss these are the following points. Before discussing this point, we have to elaborate the need of this. Many activities need to be completed when designing application for real-time system. One group of activities require identifying certain elements. Uh, some of the more important elements to identify include these are the following: system requirements, input and outputs, real-time deadlines, events and event response times, then event arrival patterns and the frequencies, required objects and other components, tasks that need to be concurrent, system suitability, useful or needed synchronization protocols for inter-task communication. Depending on the design methodology and the modeling tools that a design team is using, the list of steps to be taken can be vary as well as the execution order. Regardless of the methodology, eventually a design team must consider how to decompose the application into concurrent tasks. That is shown in the step 7 of this the following topics. This presentation provides guidelines and discussion on how real-time embedded application can be decomposed. General guidelines for designing concurrency in a real-time application are provided in this presentation. Concurrency. Uh, Before going to the concurrency, we have to discuss that the operating system design is concerned with the management of the process and threshold. There are so many multitasking processes are functioning in the operating system, so it is very difficult to maintain the coherency and synchronization between these the functions. And these are the following mainly 3 points: multi-programming, multi-processing and distributed processing. These are the following phenomena of function which is associated with the operating system and continuously in the functioning way. Big issue in concurrency, that is managing the interaction of all these processes. There is a very big issue in concurrency, managing the interaction of all these processes. Concurrency control is important because the simultaneously execution of transaction over a shared database can create several data integrity and consistency problems. The three main problems are lost updates, uncommitted data, and the inconsistent data. This is also shown in this figure. Is in this slide is clear that multiple application which is associated with the invented to allow the processing time to share the among the activities, and we have to already discuss now right now the three main problems: lost updates, uncommitted data, and inconsistent data. Similarly, a structure application, operating system structure. Now, next, principles of concurrency. Basically, principle of concurrency is classified in the basically the 3 points: mutual exclusion, which concerned with the hardware support, semaphores, and monitors. Mutual exclusion is discussed elaborately in the next slide. In this slide, we have to discuss about the semaphores. It is clear that a system of sending message by holding the arms or two flags or poles in a certain position according to an alphabetic order. That is the called semaphore. There is a basic difference between the semaphore and the monitor is that semaphore is an integer variable s which is indicate the number of resources available in the system, whereas the monitor is the abstract data type which allows only one process to execute in the critical section at a time. This slide represents the difficulties of the concurrency, basically interleaving and the overlapping. These are the following 2 points which is terminology used in the concurrency explanation can be viewed as example of the concurrent processing. Both present the same problem. And another is a uniprocessor. Uniprocessor signifies that the relative speed of the execution of the process cannot be predicted. The The sub-classified in the following three points: depends on activities of other process, the way of the operating system handles interrupts, and the last point is the scheduling policies of the operating system. In this slide, we have to go to discuss about the what is the race condition. First of all, we have to define what is race. A race condition is an undesirable situation that occurs when a device or a system attempts to perform two or more operations at the same time. But because of the nature of the device or system, the operation must be done in the proper sequence to be done correctly. A race condition occurs when a multiple process or a threads reads and write data times. They do so in a way there are the final result depends on the order of execution of the process. In the last point, we have to also discuss the output depends on who finishes the race last. As per the discuss in the previous slide about the principle of the consistency is the uh, requirement or mutualization. So we have to following discuss in this slide, that is only the operating system concerned, because operating system is running with the multifunction, multi-programming, multitasking, multifunction. So it is very difficult to concern the concurrency. So operating system concerned design and management issue raised by the existence of the concurrency. These are the following points we must be associated with the operating system. The first point is be able to keep track of various processes, allocate and deallocate resources for each active process, protect the data and physical resources of each process against interference by the process. Ensure that the process and the outputs are independent of the processing speed. Because we have to already discuss in the previous slide, there are three main problems are associated with the concurrency. That is, the one is the lost updates, another is the uncommitted data, and the third one is the inconsistent intervals. There are basically three main control problems associated with the competition among the process of the resources. First is need for mutual exclusion, that is the mainly focus in the critical section. Second point is the deadlock, and the third is the starvation. Uh, in this slide, first of all, we have to discuss about the need for the mutual exclusion. Only mutual exclusion requirements, that is only one processes at a time is allowed in the critical section for a resource. A process that halts in its non-critical section must do so without interfering with other processes. And another is also, if no assumption are made about the relative process speeds or number of processes, if processes remain inside its critical section for a finite time only. Another point, deadlock. Deadlock is defined as the condition is called a stable deadlock when no task in the deadlock set expects a timeout or an abort that can be eliminate the deadlock. A stable deadlock is the permanent and requires external influence to eliminate. The external influence is the deadlock detection and recovery by the underlying RTS. And the third point, starvation, which is signifies that it is a condition whereas a process does not get the resources it needs for a long time because the resources are being allocated to other process. It generally occurs in a priority based on the scheduling system. To handle starvation, operating system uses a process called aging. These are the following topics we have to discuss in the modelizing of an application concurrency in this presentation. Thank you.